Well, it's no secret that there remains a gaping hole in the WRC service park. Just over 10 months ago, the world of rallying was devastated by the loss of Craig Breen. Rally Sweden 2023, well, that was to be Craig's last WRC outing, and he left us with memories of that event that will last a lifetime. Let's look back at the story of Craig Breen, the Mayor of Brattby. Well, it's the Wednesday evening before the rally, and to be honest, there were some questions that very much needed answering. You know, we hadn't spoken to Craig since the previous year, and he'd made some enormous decisions about the 2023 season. So we put that question to Craig, why? And you know what? Craig stood his ground, and in the most disarmingly honest manner possible, he answered those questions.
You had a 2-year contract, obviously, with M Sport. It was a full-time contract for this season. You've ended that contract early to take a part-time deal. Talk us through the logic in that.
I chose to walk away because honestly, I just wanted a change. Mentally, it was incredibly frustrating for myself, and for everybody else in the team. No one wanted results like that, and yeah, look, I struggled to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I completely understand the situation from all sides of the table, but this opportunity presented itself, and for me, the last place where we were able to perform at a high level and bring home great results was here. So I grabbed it with both hands. We were able to manage to work out a deal, and I just want to try and make the most of it now.
A lot of talk since Oik joined M Sport about the fact that M Sport now have a driver capable of winning rallies. Does that hurt you when you hear those kind of comments? Do you read that sort of thing? Does it get to you?
That was gibberish, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do given the right tools, the right things, and we've proven that in the past. And as there was situations last year where we proved that we were able to be of a competitive level. But I'm just fully focused on this season now ahead with Hyundai and trying to get the best results out of them.
Shakedown and the Super Special followed, but it was here, at this very spot, on a beautiful, crisp, clear morning that our story really begins. We caught up with Craig, and you know what? He was still able to show an appreciation for just how fortunate he was to be in this position driving these cars. What followed was incredibly special. Craig, a very good morning to you. It's a gorgeous morning here. It's a beautiful day to be back competing, isn't it?
Doesn't get much better than this, to be fair. Yeah, nice crisp morning, sun's out, getting to drive fairly pricey rally car down to the woods. You'd be doing worse things about Friday morning.
You could be. Just being here on a day like this, the sound of these cars, you boys, that puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, look, this is sort of the perfect conditions that we all like to do and like to get out and compete in. So yeah, today's for enjoying, definitely, and I hope to do just that.
Yes, we hope he does enjoy it. There we go, folks. Craig Breen.
Through the minus sharp, height number 10, and 3 right close, height is in over 10, and slow, point up minus, height 50 to 4 right minus short, double tight, narrow.
Craig, that is a massive time. Fastest through by 3.8 seconds to launch yourself up to second overall. Tell us about that.
I missed that feeling. Jesus Christ, I missed that. Completely effortless, and second chance of a very lucky one.
Well, do you know what? As Craig rolled in to the stop line here on the Brattby stage, you could almost feel the emotion. It was there very much in the car, even before the question was asked by the interviewer. And Craig was one who wore his heart on his sleeve. He didn't see the showing of emotion as a weakness, as a vulnerability, and that, more than anything, is what endeared Craig Breen to all of us. And as he sat at the stop line, showing that emotion, I'm sure that even Craig didn't think things could get better. But on the second pass, second time through this stage, it most certainly did.
The minus tight to 50, 50 to 40 tight, flat one right over crest, and one left and sour right, minus short, shift or best, and slowing 90, one right over crest, 20, 5 left plus, short.
Fastest by 7.8 to lead the rally by 7.7.
I could probably be the mayor of Brattby at this stage, so jeez, the car is on absolute rails. Like, it's just that. More of that, please, yeah.
That was the line that sent social media into absolute meltdown. But you know what? It was just another one from the Craig Breen catalogue. He could deliver those eloquent, witty, almost poetic lines like no one else ever has or probably ever will do. Craig Breen was very much back. And later on in the media zone in Service Park, well, he wasn't shy of addressing those who, well, last year, the year before, had perhaps expressed doubts about Breen's ability.
You have no idea the darkest of days that went on last year. And unfortunately, I ride the crest of the waves when things are good, but I also unfortunately ride the down parts of it as well. And I wear my heart on my sleeve. But that's the way it is. And then you have all these cops sitting behind a computer screen that think they know better, and you know, at the end of the day, they have no idea.
Whilst going into tomorrow with just 2.6 seconds between you and Tanak, are you going to lose any sleep over that?
Nope, it's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party and we're all invited. Can't wait.
Saturday dawned, and there was a suggestion amongst certain quarters in the Service Park that perhaps on the Friday Craig had benefited from his road position, and that maybe his performance, his times, his position was a bit of a flash in the pan. And do you know what? If anything, that created a little more pressure on Craig. And the expectation maybe was that he might disappear back into the pack today. But Craig very much had different ideas.
Minus 50 to 4 right, minus short, double tight, narrow. And left.
Tell me about that wee conversation you had just before the end of stage 10 with James.
I was just taking it all in, to be honest with you. You know, it was just the most beautiful, crisp, dry morning. The way the sun was shining down through the forest. You know, you're barreling down at, you know, nigh on 200 kilometres an hour, and you know, that's, for me anyway, that's the pinnacle of rallying. That's what we all do. It is to have that buzz and that feeling of the speed. So it was something special.
Well, Craig had us all gripped. The rally leader, showing no shortage of pace or charisma. Craig was quite clearly seeing things in a different light. But lurking just behind Oit Tanak and Esa-Pekka Lappi, I don't think anyone really expected the drama that we were to come to see on the second pass.
Poor Esa-Pekka Lappi, right at the end of the stage. It sounds as if he had a delaminating tyre. It then basically caused him to go off into a snowbank, and he struggled to get back onto the stage, losing a mountain of time, sadly dropping him right out of the point, certainly out of that battle for the podium. Craig Breen had the same problem. Look, they're just tying together again. getting, you know, that front left delaminated. Lappy's was front right, Breen's was front left.
We got the puncture, we lost the time on that one where it was planned to take, and on the last one we didn't have anything to put on the car, so we were running, basically teethless tire.
Well, it's Saturday evening in the media zone, right here actually. And Craig, for reasons outside of his control, can see perhaps the chance of a maiden victory just slipping away. But you know what? You know, typical Craig style, just before he headed into Parc Fermé, he talked to us about that situation, and where others might have lost their rag, Craig was almost a politician in his response.
What are your thoughts on what happened there and subsequently what's happened with Oit, with his tyre delaminating?
It's better for me to stay out of it. You know, there's lots of different parameters and reasons and explanations why things like this happen, and perhaps, you know, from the outside it might look like one obvious thing, but there's a lot of things to be considered for something like that happening, and you know, I'm definitely not I'm not qualified enough to give a proper explanation. But luckily, it's, you know, we've all managed to get through it, and it hasn't changed things massively.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. I'd be some politician, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I?
Would me?
Jeez, I'd be some politician. Like.
That's not like you to be. It's because you're getting older, isn't it?
Sat up on the fence, looking down at everyone. It's great.
Sunday, the final day of the rally, came to a dramatic conclusion here at the Umeå Super Special. But earlier on in the day, well, Oit Tanak had showed some pace to stretch his lead out over Craig, and that meant that the team asked Craig to swap positions with his teammate Thierry Neuville. But a spin in this stage for Neuville meant that Craig held on to what was clearly an enormously important second place.
Back 3 right, 44 inch short, tight it. 60. Away.
Obviously, it's been an incredible weekend. I don't know why I'm tearing up now, but it's just been great to be back at the front again. You know, it's been such a horrible black place where I was last year, and don't let anyone ever put you down, because only you know your true potential.
Once again, Craig showing his emotions, and we loved him just that little bit more because of it. And Tanak might well have won this rally, but Craig Breen once again won all of our hearts. And it was just over here, in what was then the media zone, that I was, well, privileged to witness something that I'll never forget. It was that glorious moment when Craig was reunited with his beautiful parents, with his mum Jackie and his dad Ray.
Obviously, yeah, it's just an amazing feeling to finish off the weekend like this. It's been a fairly horrid, you know, 12 months, more than 12 months. So wait 1 second, Mammy's here. We have a news Well done. Well done.
So we're back where it all began, in the village of Brattby. And you know what? This year, the organisers of Rally Sweden, to honour Craig, have renamed this stage the number 42 Brattby stage. And well, what is Brattby? Well, Brattby, it's a small village on the outskirts of Umeå. But to us rally fans around the world, it is so much more than that. Why? Well, because of one man who is much loved and much missed, Craig Breen, the mayor of Brattby.